Hello, Jeff Gerstmann.
Hey, Brad.
We are in the world of Ghost Trick.
Yes, but as an extra ghostly trick, we're not actually playing Ghost Trick.
No.
Capcom came through and went through some of this stuff, and we were able to record it.
Yep.
And now we're going to talk about it. This is actually this is some of the stuff that I actually played back in months ago. The event they had in Hawaii.
Captivate. Were you captivated by Ghost Trick?
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting game.
Yeah, so do I.
So basically, you're playing as this dude, but this guy dies at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah, which is what we're looking at here. This is the beginning of the game.
Okay, so this is like a tutorial sequence or whatever. And,
Right.
basically, you kind of use the touchscreen there to go into different objects, like that.
Right.
And when you're in objects, you'll see up there it says crossing gate raise. You can use the trick button to then raise the crossing gate.
Right.
Which in this case would move your spirit up higher, so you could move into an object that was up higher or something like that, and theoretically do different stuff. So that's kind of how you manipulate all the objects in the world, right?
Right. Yeah, it feels more like a puzzle game than anything else to me.
Yeah.
It's got a strong narrative component. I mean, these are at least some of the developers who were involved in the Phoenix Wright games.
Right.
So
okay.
they're
yeah.
big on storytelling. They're talking about weaving a pretty involved story through this game, but gameplay-wise, yeah, it seems all about like figuring out what objects you can possess and what you can do with them, and figuring out how to put those together to stop all these kind of nefarious things from going on.
So there you see, by using the trick, the crossing gate flipped up and flipped the gun out of the dude's hand. So you're trying to save this girl's life.
Yes. I believe I'm trying to get all the events straight. It's kind of hard to keep things straight because you can actually go back in time.
Really?
To before, I don't know if you saw that at Captivate, but you can actually go back in time to before other characters have died. And the onus is actually on you to stop them from dying. That's
Oh,
the
so it's
point.
like you see it happen, and then
right.
you roll it back and prevent it. Okay,
Right. So that's
I do remember that.
Right.
It's been a while.
Yes.
But yeah.
yeah. So this is still pretty basic tutorial stuff, but there he is in the crossing gate. You've got a limited reach. You can only go so far, about as far as
about
that
far.
line.
Yeah. So.
So a lot of it is just kind of figuring out how to manipulate things to create a path to the object
get
you
to that
actually
thing
need.
that you need.
Yeah. So some of that going on here. Every object only has one action.
Yep.
So you pretty much
this
always know
guitar
what's going to
will
happen.
strum.
Yes. So
Huh?
if you see a ghostly guitar playing itself, it might distract you from your assassination. Is my guess.
Yeah.
So it gets a lot more complicated from there. We'll see a little bit more of that soon. Like I was saying, you can flip back in time a little bit. You can only do that when you find the corpse of a person.
And that's kind of starts the level off, right? Like
Yeah.
each puzzle is going to be you kind of saving a person, right?
Yeah, I only got to see, this is the basic tutorial, the first puzzle, and then I saw a little bit of one later in the game. And yeah, they both started off with another dead person. I didn't necessarily get the sense that they all have a dead person at the beginning, but maybe you know something
yeah,
I don't.
I guess I don't necessarily know.
But I mean that makes sense because then, yeah. So here we are. Here's some of the explanation of that. It's a really weird game. Like
Yeah,
just
just
super
conceptually,
abstract
yeah,
and like
yeah.
heady. Really bizarre concept, but really cool. I mean,
And just the animation and that sort of stuff, I think, is really well done.
yeah. Yeah, the director, Takumi-san, came by and was talking to us about it a lot. And he was talking about the animation being one of the biggest challenges of the project, was like communicating how characters should animate to the animators.
Oh, really?
It's,
Oh,
it's not your typical, certainly not a typical looking DS game.
Yeah.
Like the characters have, like they're actually polygonal. Those are 3D models.
Really?
I don't know if that comes across or not.
No.
That's a nearsighted assassin, by the way. Seems like that would
Well,
put a damper on the assassin profession if you can
Right.
see so well.
Yeah.
But, all right, so he successfully took out his target there.
It's got that fluid kind of like almost like another world
Yeah,
flashback
yeah.
kind of thing going on.
Definitely feels like that. It reminds me of, I mean, name an animated feature film. It's got that kind of that kind of animation to it too. But
okay, well, he kicked the body down there, which is
Right.
gonna probably set something up.
so the phones are actually how you move around the world. Since
So you can get in the wires and
right, since you can only move from one adjacent object to the next. Yeah, like the Phones actually, it sounds like, will act as sort of like a portal. Anytime you're near a phone, you can jump in that and like get to anywhere else that you've been. There's your dead body.
This is a little different than what I saw.
Oh, really?
Maybe it was just because I think I skipped the tutorials and just got right into the game, so... I'm not really sure what's going to happen next here.
That's what's going to happen. Talking lamp.
Oh, man.
A talking red lamp.
Don't trust the lamp. Don't trust the lamp.
I typically don't trust anything inanimate objects say to me.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I mean,
Well,
you know, it's
okay,
like
depends
some
on-
of them got good advice.
I don't know. I guess if that NBA Jam cabinet in the other room starts giving me financial advice, perhaps I would be wise to listen.
It asked me if it was the shoes.
Probably not a huge surprise that the lamp is not actually a lamp. That is like a character speaking
Yeah,
through
it's
a
like-
lamp
yeah.
to you. I guess you will find out who that is at some point.
Huh.
You know, neither of us has seen a lot of the game, but Capcom is certainly talking up the story element, or the story aspect.
I mean, definitely, it's a really interesting premise
Yeah.
of you just being this dead guy, kind of manipulating stuff to save people.
Right.
It seems like that could definitely go somewhere.
You can see those like all kind of converging or contributing to a larger
Right.
story arc.
Yeah.
Takumi was saying, like, you know, he
Maybe
worked on
Ghostbusters.
something like that. Yeah. You know, he worked on the Phoenix Wright games for so long. And those are all like, you know, sort of a bunch of little vignettes strung together, you know, like very short self-contained
Right.
stories.
Yeah.
So
But they
they're-
do kind of build towards
They
something.
do, but you know, he was saying this one they are a lot more, or they're excited to do a lot more of a cohesive,
Okay, yeah.
connected story from
Right.
start to finish here.
Trick time.
always-
Tricks.
It's always trick time around here. So yeah, those thought bubbles will pop up, and as you will see here, those are just kind of like optional hints
Okay.
that you can engage.
Hit that ghost button.
Ghost World. Is Thora Birch going to show up at some point?
Yes. Let's hope.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, so obviously you can't get all the way over there, but
Kind of looks like a lightsaber
yeah, kind of
in a way. It's a bendy lightsaber.
I have taken a look at the top screen. It says I can unfold that folding cot. Trick.
And then once you unfold it, you might want to fold it back up.
Might. I don't know.
It doesn't seem like, you know, I talked to him about the game design a little bit. It doesn't sound like most of the actions will be irreversible.
Yeah.
Typically, you'll be able to experiment with stuff and see what it does.
Right.
And
Yeah, that's a good idea. It seems like it'd be too easy to kind of screw up.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
you're
when you're
not-
doing this for real, you're kind of on a timetable.
yeah, we're actually, so I didn't want to jump the gun, but we're actually about to get to that. They'll explain that in a second here, but there is actually a time limit on some of the puzzle solving in this. I think they might be getting to that right now, actually. I am special.
You're zero. You're everything and nothing.
Get a real Luxo Jr. vibe from that lamp. Somebody is way into Pixar.
So okay, so like possessing
Yeah, so-
someone else's corpse lets you reset stuff. Is that how
Kinda,
this is
yeah,
going?
yeah. So yeah, we'll get into that here. Yeah, so you hop into the corpse. And some stuff happens.
I like stuff.
You have a conversation with a spirit?
That desk lamp is right. I woke up dead.
By Jove.
Four minutes.
So yeah, this is the time limit. It seems really weird and kind of arbitrary to me.
That it's 4 minutes?
4 minutes specifically. It's like you were saying, a lot of these puzzles will kick off with you finding a dead body and wanting to make a difference. So yeah, you possess the body and you go back in time and you have exactly 4 minutes before the person died to make a difference. To do something, to save them.
I ended up saving her my first try
Yeah.
when I did it. It's,
Is this the one you played, or
Yeah.
you tried to do? Okay.
yeah.
The other level that I got to play, it was actually a dog,
Oh, wow.
a dead dog that I possessed at the beginning.
All right, you've used some of that time rewinding potion.
There's plenty more where that came from.
Okay, good.
Just in case you were worried. So yeah, here you are. You got the 4 minutes. So you actually you watch the 4 minutes play out in a non-interactive fashion at first. So you can kind of see what did happen. So you get a sense of what you need to do to stop it from happening. Something shifty about a guy with blue skin.
Racist.
I don't find him trustworthy.
Time to die, sister.
So there's the thing you did the first time. So
yeah.
basically, they were talking about sort of their design philosophy is the way they described it was you're layering in actions
Okay.
by basically you play through the first time you did the gate thing.
Yeah.
Now you're going through it a second time and layering in a new set of actions on top of that.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
If my wits had been about me, I would have asked them if there are ever instances where you'll play through something like 3 or 4 times in a row as opposed to just twice. I didn't think to ask that at the time, but that would be kind of cool. Seems like you could set up some pretty interesting combos by doing things sort of at the same time.
It's okay, now you need to get this stuff done, and then it'll die again, but then next time it'll,
almost like a Rube Goldberg or Mousetrap kind of thing.
Yeah. You can rewind the 4 minutes as many times as you like.
Okay, well I guess that's
But man, I bet it's not necessarily
an interactive
layered on there every single time.
Yeah.
That would be a little weird. Yes. So I pretty much just started right here.
Okay.
Which without that tutorial was a little bumpy for probably the first 30, 45 seconds to be going wait, what does anything do?
Yeah, probably would have been easier if you had seen all that other stuff.
You were right. But like I said, I did save her. So
yeah. But yes, obviously you start where your body is when that 4 minutes resets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you've got more or less 4 minutes of real time to get this done. The only saving grace is time does not pass while you're in the ghost world.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
as long as you've got that on and you're just kind of looking at stuff, trying to figure out, once you're in this red view, that's the ghost world.
Kind of do whatever. Yeah.
No time passing there, but as soon as you're back here with events unfolding.
Make the tire roll.
So yeah, you're getting
Yeah,
a little bit
like
of that
that- that's a-
mousetrappy stuff right there. you
Yeah.
know? Like roll a thing to set up another thing. That's
Then go into this and open the fridge.
it's even in this tutorial part, it gets pretty complicated. Actually, I was sort of surprised at the complexity of the object interactions
Yeah.
here. And timing. The timing of what you do against the events that are unfolding seems to be paramount in a lot of cases. Like you're waiting for something specific to happen that you want to like interrupt.
Oh, in the 4 minutes, in
or
the
interact
cut
with,
scene
yeah.
or something.
In the other level that I played, yeah, like I missed events that I was supposed to interact with. And,
I see.
they were saying
Turn
that
on the blender.
yeah, so there's obviously all these things you need to kind of combine and put together. They were saying in some cases there will be like more than one solution to reach the same outcome.
No, I see.
You won't necessarily have to do it the exact same way every time.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought this was, when I got to this part is when I think it all clicked for me that this game was cool. Is you turn that fan on, and you have to very quickly get into the
Right,
flag before
right.
it gets blown up there.
Yep. Basically riding the flag up.
Yeah.
And it's doing the stuff you can do, going into the ghost world and switching objects and all that stuff is
Yeah.
very responsive. It's not like, there are some animations you have to wait through
Yeah, yeah.
to play out before you can do certain things, but for the most part, like any time you want to touch one of those buttons, it's gonna react, so you can get around quickly.
Yeah.
Since
there,
some of the timing is pretty demanding.
So you turn on the fan very
Right,
quickly, and
right,
now
and then go turn on the blender as well, and then hop into the flag, and
Oh, right. I see. Yeah.
run up that flagpole. Probably important to note, I don't think we'll see it here from when the guy was playing the demo, but you can scroll around the level anytime you want.
Yeah, they showed that as part of the tutorial.
Okay,
so
okay, yeah,
that you could do it.
So there's the first thing you did,
Yeah.
and then there is the second thing.
Now pedal the bike. Trick time, tricks.
In the bicycle.
Oh, that's right.
So there's actually, some objects like this bike, there are more than one,
more
more
than
than
one
one
core.
point
Yeah.
that you can so get on there and ring it, and he freaks out. And
Yeah. So fate changed,
Yeah.
but she's not safe. Actually safe yet.
not quite out of the woods just yet. Pedal. Pedal.
Pedal. Get over there. The bike's riding itself. In that ladder.
That you can open up. They're saying they were given E3 demos of this. I think this is the E3 demo, actually.
Uh-huh.
And they said they were only able to give like 6 demos a day because like people sit down with it and then just don't want to give it back. Because there's just like all this weird stuff going on
Yeah.
that you want to explore and mess with. Only your impending doom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Get that ladder up there near it, and then open the claw.
Oh.
Open the claw.
Oh my god. Splat. That's pretty good. This is the best part. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
know
So
if you
still
saw
kind of
that
a lighthearted.
Yeah, it's kind of cartoony, but I
Nature
love
to
the way
it.
the characters move. Like, you came back from Captivate talking about this, and like, this is the perfect example of a game that you just have to see to understand,
Absolutely,
or ideally to
yeah.
play it, But
Yeah.
but at least seeing it gives you a much better idea than just having someone describe it, because it's such an abstract concept.
And I think the crazy thing is, you know, you look at it, it'll probably boil down to, like, a fact for this game will look real crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, go from this to this to this to this, wait for this to happen, switch this on, do this.
Yep.
Like, it'll be very direct. So it's interesting to hear them say that there'll be multiple solutions for some puzzles.
Right.
Because, I mean, looking at this, it seems very linear.
Yeah, but that was the tutorial puzzle. That's
Right.
the very beginning of the game. So we've run out of footage here.
Okay.
But
so,
that's an early look at Ghost Trick. That's a holiday game this year.
Yeah.
For the DS. I think it looks pretty awesome.
I think Ghosts and Tricks might be interested in checking it out.
Yeah.